Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we have such an exciting show as we're making a very underrated recipe from the region of Andalucía, but more specifically the beautiful province of Jaén, which is famously known for making some of the best olive oils in the world. We're talking Morrococo de Jaén. This dish is basically a hummus style dip, except it's not made in a traditional way. Instead, it's made by sauteing garlic and onions in extra virgin olive oil, and then you add in some tomatoes, chickpeas and spices, and finally you blend it all together until you end up with a beautiful creamy texture. Folks, we're talking very easy to make, the simplest ingredients, and truly the kind of food that with each bite is gonna fill your body with so much goodness. This video is sponsored by Tienda.com. The Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, olives, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, and all the spices you need to make all your favorite Spanish recipes, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings, and they even offer classic grilling systems. That way you can always perfectly cook your paella at home. Folks, visit Tienda.com, let them know Albert from Spain on a Fork sent you there, and make sure you use coupon code ONAFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's just dive right into this. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. Important to use the good stuff here. This is what truly flavors the entire dish. Link where you can get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to roughly chop 1 medium-sized onion and roughly chop 3 large cloves of garlic. I'm using a typical yellow onion here, but you can use whatever onions you like. Then we'll add the chopped ingredients into the hot fry pan, and we'll mix them around. That way they're all coated in the olive oil, and you don't have to mix this around continuously, but do get it every minute or so. That way everything evenly sautés. In the meantime, I'm going to finely grate 2 large tomatoes to end up with half a cup of tomato sauce, which is 120 grams. You can substitute this for half the amount of canned tomato sauce, which is very similar to passata. But I do tell you, by using freshly grated tomatoes here is what gives this dish that lift of Spanish goodness. After sauteing the garlic and onion between 6 to 8 minutes and the ingredients are lightly browned, we'll add in the grated tomato, and we'll give it a mix and then simmer it for a few minutes. While the grated tomato is simmering, let's get our chickpeas ready. I'm going to drain 1 jar of cooked chickpeas into a colander. This is the same thing as the canned ones, and rinse the chickpeas under some water. The size of the jar that I'm using is 25 ounces, which is 700 grams. Link where you can get the super soft Spanish chickpeas I'm using in the description box below. And we'll reserve a couple of the chickpeas to use as garnish later on. After simmering the grated tomatoes between 3 to 4 minutes and they've slightly thickened, we'll add in the drained chickpeas, along with 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.5 grams, 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 2 grams, and season generously with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. Once everything is well mixed, we're going to continue to saute these ingredients between 3 to 4 minutes. And you want to make sure to start breaking those chickpeas apart as you're mixing it. That way they can absorb all the flavors in the pan. After sauteing the chickpeas between 3 to 4 minutes, this is ready to go. I'm going to remove the pan from the heat and add in half a cup of vegetable broth, which is 120 milliliters. You can also use chicken broth here, or even water if you like. And using a hand blender, we'll blend all the ingredients until we end up with a beautiful creamy texture. You can also use a food processor here, stand-up blender, or even a NutriBullet. And that's the exact texture you want. If you see that yours is too thick, you just add in some more liquid. For the final step, let's start assembling our dish. I'm going to transfer the mixture into a shallow bowl. Then we'll top it off with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil the chickpeas that we reserved, some sweet smoked Spanish paprika, and some chopped parsley. Check it out, Morrococo de Jaén, a very underrated recipe from the province of Jaén. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, and all done in about 20 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, Morrococo de Jaén, in my opinion, one of the most underrated hummus style recipes, so this I cannot wait to try. Here we go. I'm telling you, by sauteing the onions and garlic first in the extra virgin olive oil, it gives just such an incredible depth of flavors. Then you have the chickpeas that have the hardness and the texture, and the tomatoes and the spices for that lift of goodness. Easy to make, heart-healthy ingredients. Give it a try at home. Next to some crackers or slices of bread and a couple ice cold beers, you have yourself the best moment of your day. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Maybeth Robles, Emily Hamilton, Manuel J. Rosales, and Britt Saunders. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.